So let me call this meeting to order. This is the meeting of the Blight Review Board on Wednesday, March 13, 2024. As the first order of business, I note that Mr. Washeka is unable to be here. We are still only a board of 4 members at this point, but we can proceed with 3. So, Ms. Oki, Mr. Burke, have you had a chance to look at the minutes of the meeting, and would either of you move their approval? Thank you, Mr. Burke, seconded by Ms. Oki. Do you have any changes, comments, corrections?
I do not.
Nope. All right, so those in favor, please indicate by thank you. That is unanimous. All right. So the second order of business, I would ask that we go into executive session to discuss a potential or pending claim. Mr. Burke moved, Ms. Oki seconded, and that is unanimous. Thank you, Channel 79. We'll get back to you. Executive session, we were addressing file 18-005. We spoke with the surviving spouse of Mr. Sharkey. Oops, shouldn't have, well, anyway, of the owner. And we discussed the lien, and the lien has not been updated through the date of death, and we have opted not to do that. The amount of the liens that should be on the land records total $47,800. We need to correct one of the liens to make that sure that that's the accurate number. But that is the number as we understand it, should be on the land records, and we have agreed with the executrix of the estate to accept that amount as full and final satisfaction of the lien on the land records. So could I have a motion to approve full and final satisfaction of the liens on the property in file 18-005 at $47,800? Thank you, Mr. Burke. Ms. Oki, seconds. All in favor? Thank you very much. So, Mr. Ferentz, council needs to do 2 things then. We need to get a corrected or amended lien, and then a release of that lien, whatever it is, the amended liens, done. Okay, and I would suggest ASAP.
Well, just to make things complicated for
sure.
me,
Okay.
I'm leaving for Florida on Friday for 2 weeks, but I will try to get this moving. And
are you typically working tomorrow, or?
No, but that's okay. I will be able to deal with this from where I am.
Okay.
And just.
Well, so could I. If Mr. Burney wants to talk to me, that's fine.
Okay. No, but I think we'll be fine.
If he needs a signature, he probably does. If somebody here, I could do that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously we don't want to slow things down.
No. No, the faster the better.
Yeah, exactly, for everybody. Okay. Thank you. Then, Mr. Ferentz, let's return to regular order and ask you to update us with only the most salient information required.
Yes, 16-001. Hasn't changed much at all, actually, except if you look at this picture, you'll notice the gutter has fallen off the house in the last 4 weeks, and it's on the ground.
Oh, yeah. That's in the front. Okay, let's see, where are we on this? This is the one where council has attended on occasion?
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so did we learn in the last month whether any contact has been made with the
no, we
owner?
haven't. 4 days after our last meeting, I contacted the town attorney and asked them to have a marshal deliver a citation to the owner and his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
As of Monday, I hadn't heard anything, so I sent him another email and asked him if he could update me, and he said he's very sorry. The delay is entirely my own. I keep getting tied up with rather time-sensitive matters, He said he would definitely get me some information by today. At 5:15, he sent me a rather lengthy email, which I have yet to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The gist of which is probably not that she has been served.
I'm sure she hasn't, because
Okay.
he's been busy.
Okay, fair enough. I think you'll be talking to him very soon.
I think
You
so.
might reiterate our interest in moving that one along too.
Yes. I shall do that. So, this is the back of that house. I mean, nothing's changed. It's as
Right.
bad as it was last month.
Yeah, I can only hope when the owner learns that we're ready to fine $100 a day, that they'll pay attention. But, yeah, to this point, they may not even understand that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand it myself.
Yeah.
Next one is 17011. Oh, I'm sorry, too fast. But nothing's changed here. The house needs a roof. He's got all this construction material in the front. Grass and brush growing. It's got 2 vehicles. I don't believe either one is registered, and one of them's up, the one on the right is up on blocks.
So your note plays with that word about amended lien again, because
Yes,
we filed the first lien apparently in May of '22 for $39,000, and then an amended lien, so-called, in April of '23 for $34,000. So I don't know. I doubt that was a correction. That's additional monies, I expect. And the
yes.
second amended lien was filed in January for another $25,000. I don't understand why those are amended liens. They should be new, or the amended lien should be the total of 39,6, 34, and 25.
That is not how they actually have that file. That's not how they read.
So 17-011.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't have the second lien here.
Okay, or the third. So there should be 3 liens on that property. All right, well, we don't have to get caught up on
Yeah.
it now, but we should clarify that.
Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong file. That's why. I don't have that file with me.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
we want to be assured that we have appropriate liens for the total sum of 39,6 plus 34 plus 25.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
So,
all right, then let's move on. As long as their fines are accruing, that's fine.
they are. Just, this is a different property, but I just so you can see the wording. So this was the original lien, and this is the amended lien.
So the original lien, right, Abraham, in the amount of, where did it say? Okay, $100 a day. Oh, so they don't actually state an amount.
No, just the amount of that piece of paper.
I see. This amount will be. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so that edifies us a little bit. So then, as of the next date, then he says the lien continued by this certificate is to secure payment of the debt accrued through October 7, 22.
Well, again, this is not the same property, just an
Yeah,
example.
okay, yeah. But this, well, it is the same property.
No, it's not the same property that we're looking at on the screen.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, right. So this is a later lien. It is specific as to the amount. So this would have been the first lien to begin the process
Correct.
of accruing fines. Okay. So the next lien in April of '23 specifies the amount, certificate of continuing lien. Maybe that's the language we should use. It's a continuing lien. And the amount will be due, This is a certificate to secure payment of a debt which began accruing January 1 of '22, first became due May 19, 2022, and is a continuation of the debt accrued under the certificate of lien recorded. The lien continued by this certificate is to secure payment of a portion of the debt. Okay. All right, well then, I guess, so the third one of the, okay, right, I'm with you, thank you.
Okay.
So there were only one continuing lien was
No, that's
filed. But in the file we're now talking about, there would be a second continuing lien, which should state the amounts that are secured. Okay. That's helpful. So we should, well, we now know we're talking about, it's not an amended lien.
Right.
What do you want to call it? I'm sorry, what do you want to call it?
Continuing?
Continuing lien.
Continuing lien?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll change the wording on this.
Well, yeah, don't worry about just for future reference.
Okay.
Okay. 17019, I'm familiar with, nothing new, no fines are accruing at this point.
Nothing new.
There is.
Fairly well cleaned up.
Yeah, fairly. Yeah, okay. And still standing.
002. This, yeah, it's still standing and there's cars there every time I go by, even though
Yeah.
she stated that they don't live there.
Right. Oh, no, 60, that one I think she and her son live there.
Two sons.
Yes,
Two sons.
but, well,
At 18-002?
No, 17-019.
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
So now, 18002, I showed you this last month.
Yeah.
Now we've got a foundation in.
Good.
I don't see a lot of other work going on, so I don't know what the story is, but we're keeping an eye on this, obviously, because there's a lien which
Yeah,
never got
right.
finalized.
I can let you know when it goes on the market.
Yeah.
Because that's the plan.
Good,
Mhm.
good.
Well, when you say it never got finalized, what do you mean by that?
I
It was
believe
sold.
It wasn't paid.
the buyers
Okay,
paid
wasn't
cash
paid.
and never did a title search, therefore the lien never showed up.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the lien is there, the lien
Yes,
is final, it hasn't been discharged.
Yes,
Right.
and
Right.
according to the
Okay.
town attorney, it's following the building, so
Good.
it's still there.
In the land, yep.
Okay.
All right, 18004, no changes.
Oh, yeah.
And off to the right, we've got two boats, and off to the left, we've got
Mm.
a boat, a trailer, an old trailer, and
I really,
some stuff.
I become more interested in having the selectmen make some if they don't want to do it, okay, but, if we're gonna be trying to make points with folks, we'd rather, resolve these things than let them linger forever, frankly. But,
Yep.
and if I should go to the selectmen to save my bees or anything, I'm happy to do that. But I have to say, this guy's just kind of laughing at us, and we should enforce our rules.
I will take it up
Thank you,
with
sir.
them.
Okay.
All right, 18005, we've already talked about, which
Right.
brings us to 21001.
Yeah.
And no changes here. One of the things I asked the town attorney to do is to try to get a hold of these people. because they're not responsive. They don't acknowledge certified mail. So again, I said that I think we need to send a sheriff up there.
Yeah,
And again, he's been busy, he hasn't gotten to that.
okay.
23001,
Hang on just a second. We want to serve the owners with notice of the lien, is that right? Or are we giving them the 30-day notice to remedy, or then the lien will begin to
yeah,
accrue?
that's what we had done, and actually, the certified mail came back
Right.
undeliverable,
Yeah.
so that's why I suggested we
Yeah.
send the sheriff, the
Yeah,
marshal up there.
we're not going to collect on anything about which they don't have notice, so we've got to get them served. All right,
All right.
and that will be of a notice of the blight conditions in 30 days to cure,
Mhm.
at which time fines will begin to accrue. We're on 21, 21, oh, God, I can't-
21001.
23001, or 21,
21001
Why does it
is-
say, the
is this one.
liens have already been filed on this?
right.
There are liens, yes.
Oh, okay, so we don't need to serve her with notice of the blight conditions and give her 30 days to cure it.
I'm sorry, you're right. They just don't respond to
Okay,
emails or
All right.
anything else,
So we
certified
need-
mail.
we need to serve notice of the continuing lien filed in, I guess, January of 24. Or just a copy of it or something, but they've got to see it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, 23001. This has been substantially cleaned up as it was last month.
Yeah.
Still got a few shingles missing on the roof. This is the right side of the house. The neighbors at that new house has put up a fence. And on the left side of the house, we have the garage, which still has the tarp on it, and I don't believe anything's been done to correct it. I did send the homeowner an email, not expecting a response, and I did not get a response, alerting her to the fact that the board would appreciate it if she could address the side of the garage and the roof and get the blue tarp off. But again, no response.
Any desire to take further action at this point?
Well, ultimately, I mean, the conditions are either cleared or not. They're still existent, so unless they're gonna communicate with us, then I think we have to follow the process of starting fines,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Right, so we need to give them notice of of at least two blight conditions and give them 30 days to cure it. We may have done that in the past, but I think we should do that again. And let them know. Oh, no, first we have to bring them in to discuss it. So we need to set a hearing date for them. A formal hearing date at which we will discuss whether or not the conditions constitute blight. If so, we'll give them 30 days to cure it, or we'll begin fines. Unless some other explanation is offered.
Okay.
All right, we should probably have a motion to that effect, a motion to set a hearing date for file 23-001. Thank you, Mr. Burke, and thank you, Ms. Oki, seconded, all in favor. That's three of us. So that should be for the May meeting,
Yeah, I don't think we're going to make April.
right?
Okay.
They need 30 days.
Yes.
sure what date that is, but anyway. Okay. That will be May 8. And be sure you are explicit in the notice of what we consider the blight.
Yes.
Okay. All righty, next.
All right.
23-003.
23003. This
Oh, yeah.
homeowner sent me an email last month saying that the contractor was delayed by weather and
Right.
something or another, and that they should be starting in April. Although, it looks to me as if they've already replaced the roof. So the only other thing are the windows and the siding.
Uh-huh, okay.
So it looks like they have been doing something.
And the, yeah.
And they do have permits.
Yeah, okay, good, then we'll just keep watching.
Okay. 23004. This house has
Oh, yeah.
some activity.
It's
I
much
get-
improved.
On Monday, they delivered a porta potty, so there is something going on. And if you look at the back section, there's a tarp up now, so
Okay,
the attorney for this homeowner claims that they're doing light demolition inside until they can get that temporary pole hooked up by Eversource, and
Right.
it's been over a month now, and they still haven't gotten it hooked up.
yeah,
But I
All right.
imagine that's Eversource's issue.
yeah.
So they are working, and as you can see in this picture, there is a van back there, so somebody's in this house
Okay.
doing
so we-
something.
It looks a lot better than it did.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, they should be aware we're still interested, but nothing further to do right now.
Yeah, we're just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
23006. This homeowner has cleaned up the majority of the issues that we had. But the only remaining issue as of last month is this generator, which he sent me an email saying that his electrician was going to determine where to put it and get it hooked up, hopefully in February. And all these pictures are from Monday, so it obviously hasn't been moved.
Well, it would only be one item of blight, and I don't think we have a second, so.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but
So we take it off?
I would think we can take it off,
take it off?
yeah.
All right.
No need for you to spend more time on it.
I mean, the reality is that depending on where they think they want to put it, they may have a setback issue or
Permit
something
issue or
like
something.
permit issue. So
Yeah.
it might take them a while. So if it's just
Yeah.
one, let's knock them off
Yeah,
instead of
Okay.
waiting for that.
yep.
Okay. 23011 is the house where the executrix of this building was in last month.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Again, I asked the town attorney to contact the reverse mortgage company, and again, this is the third thing I asked him to do, and he hasn't had time to do it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, our town attorney hasn't had time to do what?
To
Contact.
Reach out
attempt
to
to
the,
contact the reverse mortgage company. They're very unresponsive. Excuse me. I sent them 2 certified letters asking them to give me some indication as to what their plans are or what's going on with this property. And I've gotten no response whatsoever.
So what if we move to, I mean, because it's an existing condition, right?
Yeah,
So why don't we move to put them on the hearing list for May? Maybe that would get their attention.
you would think and hope. If we have them to serve? Do we know how to serve them? I mean,
I
we
have
an
an address for them in Colorado.
Well, council can figure out whether we can
Right.
serve the Secretary of the State doing business in Connecticut or something like that.
Right. Let's apply some pressure here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll ask the town attorney to do that.
Yeah, and then they would need the usual letter with the description of the claimed blight conditions and, you know, the notice of the May 8th meeting at which they can dispute it, or we can begin fines.
Okay.
All right? No, the garage, we don't need to
23014.
discuss
Yeah,
this.
this is, nothing's changed since last month, but it's
All right, skip
just something for me to keep my eye on.
it. Okay, you do that.
And then this isn't even on your list. This was the house that somebody complained was blighted, and it wasn't blighted when I looked at it last month, and it looks even better this month. So.
So it's not on this list?
No, we took it off the list, but I was in the neighborhood, so I stopped by to look at it, and I figured I'd show it to you guys, you know, so you know that it's,
Good.
that I'm keeping my eye on it, and it's
Okay.
still fine.
Okay.
And the last one is 24003. This is a commercial property. The guy had all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
if you will, piled up over here. I asked him to remove it. He's taken everything away except for a table, and I think it's another folding table that's leaning against that fence. So that's done.
And
But
you-
now, if you go to the other side, and I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but if you go to the other side, this is what that looks like, right up against the building. But it's kind of fenced in.
So from where was this picture taken? Mechanic Street?
Mechanic Street, yeah.
Okay. And the other one?
The other one is from the parking lot on the other side.
Okay.
And I believe that's what the major complaint was,
Which, the flower?
this side,
Oh, this side?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
from the parking lot.
Yeah, you know, some screening would help, or,
I mean, it's literally getting him to move that table, those tables, right?
yeah. Yeah, if he's not using them, this is not a place for debris. That would constitute debris, it seems to me. If they're not being used, they look disreputable.
Could we tell him we thank him for what he's done, and if this isn't, resolved, the rest of it isn't resolved by our next meeting, it's our intention to then schedule him
Yeah.
for a hearing, right?
Yes. Then we'll deal with the
Okay.
interesting question of, are we going to the store owner or the building owner?
Right, so that gives us at least 60 days to figure that out.
That's good. I happen to know the building owner. Oh, boy.
To be clear,
Yep.
we want this stuff out of there, the
Yes.
tables. Now, how about over here? I
Well,
mean-
we would need 2 items of blight in order to be able to move forward. I don't know whether that constitutes.
I don't know if I see 2 items of light there.
I don't either. I don't, yeah. I wonder if does he take people out there to sell those things, or are they?
I don't know, I think he does, but I'm not that familiar with this business.
Right.
That's the back, that you go in that back side to
Well-
enter.
well, you can.
Yeah,
You can? Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah, you
But-
go,
it looks like they placed the plants
They go up
just to
that
make an
stairway.
entryway.
yeah, but his main entry is in the front, but,
Correct,
Yeah.
but people do go in the back because of parking, et cetera.
Okay.
I guess we can leave that issue unresolved. That's what the hearings are for, to determine blight conditions. We're clear that those tables constitute debris, it seems to me, unless anybody disagrees.
Nope.
Okay.
So that you need further attention.
Okay. That is it.
Good. Okay. Any new business, folks? No? I'll go ahead with you, Ms. Ramstack? Good. Okay, then I'd entertain a motion to adjourn at 6:22. Mr. Burke, thank you. Ms. Oki, seconds. In favor, unanimous. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Channel 79.